Birmingham police have released dashcam footage of the moment that they chased a man recently released from prison through Acox Green in an 80-mile-an-hour chase. This was on September the 7th, and the officers chased him down Stratford Road and back into Acox Green.
We're back towards Acox Green, Warrant Road. We are left onto Station Road. Stingers. Yeah, quite the time to try and take back. We're still in vehicle 2.
Just going the wrong way, just quartering and we continue onto Stratford Road. Speeds of 40 in a 30 due to the deflation in tyres, so we're struggling to maintain high speed now, Wayne. No other vehicles at all on the road ahead, no activity. Drive opposite, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down.
During the chase, police stingers were used and the police car's tyres were also flattened, and it transpired that the car was stolen, and he also had no licence and no insurance. He was sentenced to a year in prison and banned from driving for free. This video is sponsored by DB Bulldogs. Don't forget to follow on Instagram and TikTok and keep up with their stories and their family. In some other news coming from Birmingham, a man has been jailed for 9 years for throwing 2 firearms out of his bedroom window in the Kingstanding area. Police were executing a warrant at Dean Owen's home in Copthorne Road, Kingstanding, when he threw a bag out of his window into his next door neighbour's garden. It contained 2 revolvers, and during a search of the property they also discovered ammunition, a knuckle duster, an extendable baton and also a small cannabis factory. Owen, aged 37, admitted possession of 2 firearms without a licence and 2 counts of possessing an offensive weapon at a hearing at Birmingham Crown Court on the 31st of October. He was sentenced today to 9 years in prison, and he earlier admitted charges of cultivating cannabis. Detective Inspector Michelle Cordell from 4CID said, "Sadly, the criminal use of firearms has a devastating impact on the community, and we are committed to working to make sure that we act on intelligence to remove lethal firearms from the street." Owen's sentence is a clear message. They go on to say that criminality would not be tolerated, and wherever possible, offenders would be brought to justice and face the criminal justice system. In an update to a story that I covered earlier in the week, I went to the scene in Wolverhampton where a taxi driver had been found with serious injuries on 9 Elms Lane. He has been named as Anak Singh, 59 years old. A post-mortem examination was inconclusive, but Thomas Margal, 35 years old, has been charged with his murder. He appeared at Wolverhampton Magistrates Court and has since been remanded to appear in court again today. Detective Inspector Michelle Thurgood from the homicide team said, "We kept Mr. Singh's family updated on the events and officers continue to support them. So I send my condolences to the family of Mr. Singh and will definitely keep you updated on the outcome of that trial." A Section 60 order is in effect as well across several areas in Birmingham following a spate of knife crime incidents, and on Sunday the 30th of October a 17-year-old called Akeem Bailey was stabbed on Springfield Street in Ladywood, and he has died several days later. A 17-year-old boy is also in hospital, but his condition is not life-threatening. Zachariah Nelson, aged 18, has been charged with his murder and also possession of a bladed article and has been remanded in custody. So I really appreciate you joining me for these updates, and don't forget I've done several updates from the week in news in Birmingham on the channel now, all of the crime scenes that I've attended. Don't forget to send your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com, and I'll be back again very shortly.